Back in 2017, a teenager named Carter Wilkerson posted a pretty simple tweet. He asked, "How many retweets for a year of free chicken nuggets?" Wendy's actually replied and said, 18 million. And that's where everything took off. At first, it felt like a joke. Nobody really thought it would go anywhere. But that's exactly why it blew up, because it was so simple and kind of funny. What made it go viral is how easy it was to understand. There was no context you needed. Just retweet if you want this guy to get free nuggets. And people love stuff like that. Something quick, fun, and low effort that still feels like you're part of something bigger. Then Wendy's made it even crazier by responding in a very bold way and setting that huge number, 18 million retweets. That turned it into a challenge, almost like the internet was being dared to try it. After that, it just spread everywhere. Meme pages picked it up, influencers shared it, even brands got involved. It stopped being just a tweet and turned into this giant internet event. In the end, it hit around 3.4 million retweets, which is still one of the most viral tweets ever. But the real reason it worked wasn't just the numbers. It was the feeling of everyone coming together to help one person get something as simple as chicken nuggets. That's why it went so viral. It wasn't just a tweet, it was the internet basically playing along with the challenge. In 2014, during the Oscars, something happened that completely took over the internet. Ellen DeGeneres pulled out her phone, gathered a bunch of A-list celebrities on stage, and took what would become one of the most famous selfies ever. It ended up being known as the Oscars selfie. And it wasn't just popular, it exploded online almost instantly. The photo included huge stars like Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Meryl Streep, and more all squeezed together in one shot. Within minutes, it was posted on Twitter and started breaking records. So why did it go so viral? First, the timing was perfect. It was happening live at the Oscars, one of the biggest entertainment events in the world, so millions of people were already watching. Second, the photo itself was insane. It wasn't just one celebrity, it was basically every huge Hollywood name in one picture. It felt rare, almost impossible to see. Third, it was super shareable. The image was funny, casual, and felt very real, not staged like a typical awards show moment. And finally, Twitter culture was already built for this kind of thing. Quick reactions, memes, and instant sharing. So the selfie spread everywhere within minutes. At its peak, it became one of the most retweeted images of all time, crashing Twitter briefly because so many people were sharing it at once. What made it so powerful wasn't just the celebrities. It was the feeling that everyone watching the Oscars was witnessing a moment that instantly became internet history. That's why the Oscars selfie went viral. It wasn't planned to be iconic, it just happened at the perfect time with the perfect people. In 2019, a Japanese billionaire named Yusaku Maezawa posted a tweet that completely blew up the internet. He announced that he was giving away about $9 million to random people who retweeted his post. No complicated rules, no big catch, just retweet and you could win money. And instantly, it went viral. The tweet ended up getting millions and millions of retweets, breaking records at the time. So why did it explode so fast? First, it's simple human psychology. Free money always grabs attention. People don't need to think twice. They just act. Second, it was effortless. One retweet could literally change your life, so everyone felt like, why not try? Third, it had huge shock value. Most tweets are jokes or opinions, but this was a billionaire casually giving away millions of dollars on Twitter. That alone made people stop scrolling. And finally, it spread even faster because of social proof. Once people saw it already had millions of retweets, they joined in too, not wanting to miss out. At its peak, it became one of the most retweeted tweets ever, and even years later, it's still remembered as one of the biggest viral giveaways online. But the real reason it went viral wasn't just the money, it was how perfectly it matched the internet. Fast, simple, and rewarding with almost zero effort. That's why Yusaku Maezawa's $9 million tweet went viral. It turned Twitter into a giant lottery everyone could enter with just one click.